Advanced students, if a student has not basically got their lead hand, their defensive hand going, then we don't want them shielding, we don't want them doing this, because you've got to walk before you can run. With our evasion, our goal to begin with, rather than just thinking about evasion to start, we're going to work on our hand. It's almost like an olive ruke directly to the front. We're completely shielding, once again the word shield, completely shielding this hemisphere of our body with our rear shoulder and rear arm, and covering our front side here. So anytime you're too slow to evade, you've still got a complete block, which is more or less as if someone's coming to attack you from the peripheral with maybe a Mwashigeri. You've got your Oliver Ruke technique, which is the same sort of thing, shielding this side of the body. We're bringing that shield to the front. So we'll go slow one for one. From here, he's going to use his back shoulder to defend, and we aim directly in the center. And we're using our back shoulder to defend, back shoulder to defend, back shoulder to defend, back shoulder to defend, back shoulder to defend. We're going to get a little faster now. Same thing. One, 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 one. Now, ideally, we don't want to walk out with a dead arm, but we just want to make sure our technique is right with our hips and our arms to begin with. Ideally, our goal is to completely remove ourselves from the strike zone and come back. So now we've got the same thing, reverse punching one for one, completely removing ourselves, but using the same technique with our hands. So we've got one for one, just slow to start, I'll go first. And one, one, okay, so now we're going to speed it up. One of the reasons why I really love this exercise is because it motivates the person punching to punch faster, because you get to have a free hit at somebody. Because what I would really love if we go super slow is Sensei actually is going for his evasion and I hit him. If I can hit him, even though I win the score, it's hitting the shoulder, still for me it feels good to know that I beat his defense. So it's a bit of a game, and motivate you to speed up your reverse punches, to eliminate the telegraphing, because they can see it coming a mile away. So I'll go first, we'll go fast now, and our goal is to completely remove ourselves. One, 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 one. What we're going to do now is add a counter strike. So our front hand, if you remember, is up here. We've got one. As we pop up, we're going to use this hand to counter strike. So we've got one, counter strike. So we're actually striking on an angle this way because that's where our opponent is. We're moving ourselves out of line here and coming back to where they are here. So we've got slow to start, one for one. I attack first, and 1, 2. And Ash goes 1, 2. I go 1, 2. Remember the attacker, still do your full technique. Ash goes 1, 2. So we'll build up the pace now. Our goal, evade, come back with a counter strike. And I go first. 1, 2. Nice. Start. Sorry. Good. Start. So we're ending up 1, 2. And this hand comes up for our protection. What you'll notice if we go back to slow, you should attack, sorry, 1, 2. If I need to, this hand is here, so Ash does his full technique. 1, 2, 3. I've always got this hand to control the situation. A lot of people don't necessarily come back. They pull their arm back, but their body stays in position. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, our second type of evasion is rather than just moving our body, you'll notice it's very similar to the first technique of empty, that previous one, 1, 2. This time we're moving our feet as well, so we're completely removing ourselves from the situation. The way you can practice this is you always move in the direction you go with the leg that's closest. So if I want to go to my left leg is closest, so I move my left leg first. If I want to go to the right, I move my right leg first. 1, 2, 1, 2. If I add it with my original evasion, that's a bit different. But in this case, we're moving our front foot across. Or if we go to the right, our right foot across. Exercise you can do for this is to start your students in Haper Dutch. So we're here, Ash comes a little bit closer. So you can start in fighting stance. I started Haper Dutch. If he does some washigiri with his right leg, I learn to step away this way. If he does it with his front leg, I step away this way. So you can use either leg, and I've got to work on my ability to step that leg to the side. Step that leg to the side. Then I go to fighting stance, the same thing applies. 1, 1, 1, 1. Then we can add counter attacks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, etc. So with your evading, you've got opportunities to remove yourself and come back, or to remove yourself completely before you worry about counter-striking. Evasion, you've also got counter-attacking. Because with your evading, your goal is to drop yourself onto one leg. You've always got the opportunity to pop up. You've got the opportunity to kick. You've got the opportunity to sweep. You've got a lot of opportunities to go with evasion, but once again, it's for advanced students. You don't want to see brown belts or green belts doing this sort of stuff unless they've first got their lead hand, rear hand, good defensive postures. If they're a good defender, there's no reason why they can't start evading in their techniques. But again, the hands always remain up, otherwise someone's going to get themselves knocked out, and I don't want to be responsible for that.